Hey guys, what's up here? So in today's video, we'll be talking about different programming languages and where they are used in the IT industry. If you are a newbie in the field of software development, the very first question comes to your mind is where to begin with. That's undoubtedly true. There are hundreds of languages to choose from, but how will you discover that yes, that's the one? Which will be the most suitable for you, your interests and your career goals? One of the easiest way to pick the best programming language to learn is by listening to what the market says, where the trend is going. Steve Jobs once said, everybody should learn how to program a computer because it teaches you how to think. Moving down, you will find some of the best and most demanding programming languages for web development, mobile development, game development and more. At the very end, you will be having a clear picture of which programming languages can help your career boost in upcoming years and beyond. You can follow these timelines to jump to listen about specific language. So let's dive into it. JavaScript. The first one in the list is JavaScript. It seems impossible to imagine software development without JavaScript. Looking at the Stack Overflow's developer survey, JavaScript is the most popular language among developers successfully for 7 years. Around 65% of them have used this language in the past year. Primarily, JavaScript is the lightweighted, interpreted and plays a major role in front-end development. Even some of the major social media platforms believe that JavaScript provides an easy way to create interactive web pages smoothly and is career-driven. JavaScript is most preferred because of its compatibility with all the major browsers, and it is really flexible with the syntax it holds. Being a front-end language, JavaScript is also used on the server side through Node.js. Above all, makes JavaScript loveliest programming language among the beginners. Some of the companies using JavaScript are Google, eBay, Netflix, PayPal, Microsoft and LinkedIn. Python. It is a general purpose programming language which is simple and highly flexible language. The programs written in Python are usually smaller than in other languages. It is used for scientific computing and 3D rendering. Titles such as data analytics, network security developer, web application developer, and IT auditors are given to Python programmers. It is also used for scripting and developing the application, being so popular in areas like scientific computing and machine learning and engineering. Python supports a programming style that uses simple functions and variables without much interrogating in class definition. Some of the companies using Python are Instagram, Spotify, Amazon, and Facebook. Java. If anybody asks why Java, most frequent sentence come up would be write once, run everywhere. Java has been ruling programming language for last 20 years. Java is 99% object oriented and is robust as Java object contain no reference to data external to themselves. It is simpler than C++ because Java uses automatic memory allocation and garbage collection. Java is highly cross-platform compatible or platform independent, since you can code anywhere, compile it into low-level machine code and finally execute it on any platform using JVM. JVM is called Java Virtual Machine. Java forms the base for the Android operating system and opted around 90% Fortune 500 companies for making a variety of backend applications. It would not hesitate for taking the biggest sensation Apache Hadoop data processing run by Amazon Web Servers and Windows Azure. With so many good reasons and a wide range of business applications processing immense flexibility, and Java is all-time beginner's favorite. Some of the companies using Java are Airbnb, Uber, Netflix and Google. C and C++. Old is gold. C has proven this quote in different ways. Being introduced in late 1970s, C had made a strong contribution to the world of programming. C has been the parent language of handful. Some are either derived from C or inspired by its syntax, constructors and pentagrams, including Java, Objective-C and C#. Even nowadays, it is seen wherever there is a need to build high-performance applications, C remains the most popular choice. Linux OS is C based and C++ is hybrid version of C. C++ is an object-oriented programming language which is built on C. Therefore, it is preferred over other for designing higher level applications. C++ is seen as more performing than dynamically typed language because the code is type checked before it is executed on real grounds. Core areas of development are virtual reality, gaming, computer graphics, etc. Some of the companies using C and C++ are PayPal, LinkedIn, Microsoft, Facebook, and Google. PHP. This fact would seriously amaze you. The language which was created for a purpose of maintaining personal home page for Rasmus have actually taken over 83% of websites globally by today. PHP stands for Hypertext Processor. It is a general purpose programming language clearly. PHP is a scripting language which runs on server and it is used to create a web page written in HTML. It is popular because it is free, cheap, easy to set up and simple for new programmers. PHP is a very strong option for a web developer around the globe. It is widely used for create dynamic web pages, content and images used on website. Companies using PHP are Facebook, Wikipedia and Yahoo. Swift. Next on the list is Swift, as smooth as its name. Swift is a general-purpose open-source compiled programming language developed by Apple Incorporation. If you are looking forward to develop for iOS or Mac OS app, then Swift is very needed for its development. Swift is deeply influenced by Python and Ruby and was designed to be beginner-friendly and fun to use. Swift is constructed to be faster, more secure and easier to read and debug than its predecessor Objective-C. Unlike Objective-C, Swift requires less code, resembles with natural English, hence it becomes easier for existing teachers from JavaScript, Java, Python, C# and C++ to switch to C without hassle. Besides this, some of the challenges are its limited talent pool. You may not find many Swift developers around as compared to other open source language. Recent survey says only 8.1 of the 78,000 respondents use Swift, which is lesser compared to other, and due to frequent updates, Swift is considered to be less stable with every new release. Some of the companies using Swift are Uber, Slack, Lyft, 9gag and Apple. C#. C# is a powerful object-oriented programming language developed by Microsoft in the year 2000. C# is utilized in developing desktop application and more recently Windows 8 and Windows 10 application. It requires a .NET framework to function. Microsoft developed C# as a rival to Java. C# has a variety of features which makes it easier to learn for the beginners. The code is consistent and logical as compared to C++. Spotting errors in C# are easy as it is statically typed language, which the code is created before turning it into an application. In short, it is perfect to develop web application, desktop application and also provided itself in VR, 2D and 3D gaming. Cross-platform tools like Xamarin have written in C#, makes it all devices compatible. Some of the companies using C# are Stack Overflow, Microsoft, Intuit, Alex. Ruby. Ruby is an open source dynamic programming language focused on simplicity and productivity, developed in mid-1990s in Japan. It was designed with the theme of simplifying the programming environment and making more fun. Ruby becomes popular by Ruby on Rails framework, a full-stack web framework. Ruby has dynamically typed language. It does not have hard rules and it is high-level language which resembles with the English language to a great extent. In short, you can build an application with less line of code. But the challenge of Ruby is being dynamically typed language. It is not easy to maintain and its flexibility makes it slow. Some of the companies using Ruby are Airbnb, Twitter, Cloud, Shopify, Kickstarter, Whitepages. Objective-C. Objective-C or OBJC is an object-oriented programming language. It is used by Apple for the OS X and iOS operating system and their application programming interfaces. It was developed in 1980s and came in use by some of the earliest operating systems. Objective-C is object-oriented, general purpose. You can call it hybrid C because of its feature. It adds to C programming language. Some of the companies using Objective-C are Uber, Instagram, Pinterest, Slack, 9gag and Snapchat. SQL. SQL stands for Structured Query Language. It is a programming language to operate database. It includes storing, manipulating and retrieving data stored in a relational database. SQL keeps data precise and secure. It also helps in maintaining the integrity of database irrespective of its size. SQL is used today across the web framework and database applications. If you are well versed in SQL, you can have a better command over data exploration and effective decision making. If you are planning to opt database management as your career, first go through C or C++. SQL developers are in great demand and are offered highly paid scale by reputed organizations. The companies which are using SQL are ESRI, Wells Fargo, Blue Margin, Hogdegre. Wrapping it up, since the software industry changes with every new update or release, it is hard to decide which is the best programming language in the world. If you want to start your career as a developer, it is only you who can decide which one is the best suited as per your interest in varying fields. For example, if you want to go for front-end development, you should start with JavaScript. For back-end development, you should go with JavaScript, Python, Java, PHP, Ruby or C#. For desktop application, you should go with Java, C++ or Python. In mobile development, you should go with Swift, Java or C++, and for game development, you can go with C++ or C#. I hope from this video you guys got a clear idea of different programming languages and their uses in real life. So if you learned anything from this video, then don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.